Welcome back to Speak English with Sophie. Today, we're diving into a fun and fascinating part of English in pop culture, especially in music. So, quick question for you all. Have you ever noticed how many K-pop songs feature catchy English phrases?
Right, you might find yourself singing along to songs by groups like Blackpink, BTS, or Baby Monster, and realize the English lyrics stick with you just as much as the Korean ones. Why do you think that is?
That's what we're exploring today, the why behind English in K-pop, what these phrases mean, and how you can use them to improve your own English. We'll discuss how K-pop uses English to connect with global fans and how we can use these lyrics as a language learning tool. Alright, Chris, let's dive into the world of K-pop lyrics. So many K-pop songs have English words sprinkled throughout. And it's not random, they're chosen very intentionally. Ever notice how words like love, baby, and forever keep popping up?
Totally, and they do that for a reason. These words are catchy, easy to remember, and carry universal themes that anyone can connect with, regardless of the language they speak. Plus, these words make the songs feel familiar, even if most of the lyrics are in Korean.
I think it's a brilliant way of creating a bridge between Korean and international fans. For example, baby and love are words we see a lot, and they tap into emotions and create this feeling of warmth or nostalgia that hits instantly. They make the listener feel a part of the song, right?
Right, and let's talk about how effective these words are for English learners. They're simple but powerful. Using them in a sentence can actually boost your emotional vocabulary. You get to see how impactful even small words can be. For instance, you might hear forever and connect it to always, eternity, or even just that sense of something lasting.
And let's not forget that it's not just about individual words. K-pop lyrics often use phrases like I miss you, or I love you, which are fantastic examples of natural English expressions. They're short, but they carry a lot of meaning, and because they're in so many songs, it's easy to remember them and practice using them.
Absolutely, I think by looking at the way these phrases are used, you can pick up on the tone, too. Like, is it romantic, nostalgic, excited? These songs give English learners a context for how these words feel when spoken or sung.
And they give us an insight into how to use English words with confidence. So, for everyone listening, here's a little challenge. When you listen to your favorite K-pop songs, take note of the English words or phrases you hear and think about how you can use them in daily conversations.
Great tip, Sophie. It's a fun way to learn and practice English that doesn't feel like studying. And for anyone who stays with us till the end, we'll review 10 key English words and phrases from today's session, so stay tuned.
So, Chris, K-pop has really influenced global slang, right? Some of these catchphrases and expressions are just so catchy. They add that extra layer of style and personality, which is what we'll dig into now. And when it comes to learning English through K-pop, slang and these catchy phrases are a gold mine.
Absolutely, it's like they've created their own lingo that perfectly represents confidence, power, and even a bit of attitude. Take a phrase like drip. In English, drip is more than just what water does, it's a style. If you have drip, it means you have swag, you're fashionable, you're cool.
Right, and you can hear it in songs like Baby Monster's new track, where they sing about having drip. When you sing along, you're practicing modern English slang, the kind you'd hear in day-to-day conversation. It's a way to make your English feel relevant and expressive. Plus, you're learning how the meaning of some words evolves.
Another example is savage. You see this word a lot in K-pop songs to describe being fierce, fearless, or bold. It's also popular in English-speaking countries, often used when someone is unapologetically direct or brutally honest. Like, wow, that was savage. I remember when I first came across it in a song, it instantly stuck.
So true. And when we hear a line like I'm a savage, it's easy to get the message. You're hearing a single word but feeling an attitude, a confidence boost. Almost. It's perfect for practicing how words can hold more weight depending on how and where they're used.
Then we have expressions like on fire. It doesn't literally mean something's burning. It means you're excelling, doing really well. So if a K-pop artist sings, I'm on fire, they're saying, I'm at my best, unstoppable.
Exactly. On fire captures that energy, and it's a term you can use in any situation. I actually used this phrase recently when I nailed a big presentation. I was on fire.
And let's not forget boss. When artists call themselves a boss in a song, they're showing they're in control, powerful, and unafraid. It's that self-assurance K-pop promotes. And when you use it, you're saying, I've got this, and nothing's stopping me.
Yes. So listeners, next time you hear these terms, know that each word brings a vibe along with its meaning, and practicing them in context can make them a part of your vocabulary. Plus, using them makes you sound like a native speaker because you're capturing both the words and the attitude.
So, takeaway here, when learning English, don't just focus on formal language, sprinkle in some slang, and it'll help you connect with others and feel more natural in casual conversations.
Okay, so one of the coolest features of K-pop that I love is how artists mix Korean and English, sometimes even switching midline. This isn't just for style. It has this really unique impact on the rhythm, emphasis, and even how certain lyrics are perceived. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's like how Baby Monster's song Drip brings in English phrases right when they want to add that punch or swagger. They're mixing languages not just to reach international fans, but to enhance the song's mood. Think about how switching languages can alter the vibe of the entire verse.
Right. This kind of code switching is powerful. It almost forces listeners to pay attention because there's a shift in tone and language. For instance, Blackpink often uses English lines to hit home a theme, almost as if saying, hey, you don't have to know Korean to feel this energy.
Yes, and even BTS has songs where the English parts add a universal touch, almost grounding the song in something familiar for international fans. Sometimes, English phrases are the chorus or hook because it's easy to remember and repeats in our minds. They pick impactful phrases that linger, like love yourself or I'm fine, which really resonate across languages.
It's also worth noting how this adds an extra layer of interpretation. When we hear a song flip between English and Korean, our minds naturally engage more because we're processing two languages. For me, it makes the song feel dynamic, almost interactive.
Totally agree. And there's a bilingual wordplay happening too. It's not just random phrases thrown in, they're carefully selected. Like, in TXT songs, English words often give double meanings, connecting with both Korean and English-speaking fans in different ways.
Exactly. And that's what's so genius about it. They use this as a tool to emphasize different ideas in a single line or even change the meaning slightly. It's both relatable and thought-provoking. Welcome back! Now, let's dive into the next way K-pop can help improve your English skills, grammar, and sentence structure.
Exactly. K-pop lyrics often play with the structure of sentences to fit the rhythm and melody, which can be quite different from standard English.
That's right. For instance, you might notice that in K-pop, certain words are sometimes omitted for a smoother flow. This can give you insight into how English can be flexible, especially in casual or poetic contexts.
Definitely. And this flexibility is what makes K-pop lyrics so catchy and engaging. Have you ever listened to a song and thought, wow, that line is so creative?
Yes. A great example is how artists might drop auxiliary verbs or just phrases to maintain the beat. It's a clever way to play with language, and it teaches us that English isn't always about strict grammar rules.
For example, in many songs, you'll hear phrases like you're the one instead of you are the one. This not only sounds more rhythmic but also reflects how people naturally speak in everyday conversations.
Right. And it's important to note that this doesn't mean the grammar is wrong. It's just different. K-pop often uses non-standard expressions to evoke emotions or create a certain atmosphere.
Plus, analyzing these lyrics can help us understand the creative side of language. You can explore how different structures convey different feelings or ideas.
And the beauty of it is that you're not just learning the rules. You're seeing how language can be playful and expressive. This can enhance your appreciation for both English and K-pop.
Speaking of creativity, let's look at some popular K-pop songs and break down the lyrics. We can pick a few lines and see how they play with grammar and structure.
Great idea! For instance, in many songs, we find the use of metaphors and similes that might not follow conventional grammar but pack a powerful punch emotionally.
By looking at these examples, we can also learn how to apply some of these creative techniques to our own writing.
And it gives you a different perspective on English, where you can appreciate it as an art form, not just a set of rules to follow.
So, listeners, next time you hear a K-pop song, pay attention to the lyrics. Notice how they might change traditional structures to fit the melody and enhance the emotion of the song.
And remember, this kind of exploration makes learning fun. You're not just studying, you're engaging with music and culture.
Absolutely, it's about finding that connection and using it to boost your language skills.
All right, Chris, let's talk about one of the most fascinating aspects of K-pop, its cultural influence and global appeal. Have you noticed how often English phrases pop up in K-pop songs?
Absolutely, it's like a linguistic crossover that adds a unique flair. But what do you think drives this trend? Is it just about sounding trendy, or is there something more to it?
Great question. I believe it's a combination of factors. For starters, using English phrases helps broaden the international appeal of K-pop. With English being a global lingua franca, incorporating it allows K-pop artists to connect with a wider audience.
Right, and it definitely adds that cool factor. English often sounds fresh and trendy to listeners, especially in the Korean market, where there's a lot of emphasis on being modern and global.
Exactly. It creates a sense of exoticism as well. Think about it, when listeners hear English in a song, it feels more cosmopolitan and contemporary. It elevates the overall vibe of the music.
And it's not just about the music itself, it's about branding too. K-pop groups are often marketed as global icons, and using English can enhance that image. It signifies that they are not just local stars but are aspiring for international recognition.
Definitely. It opens doors for collaborations with Western artists, and we've seen that happen quite a bit. Collaborations can further amplify their reach. For instance, when a K-pop group collaborates with a well-known American artist, it attracts a whole new fan base.
Plus, let's not forget about social media. The rise of platforms like TikTok and Instagram has given K-pop artists a direct channel to engage with fans globally. When fans hear familiar English phrases, it can create a sense of connection and community among diverse listeners.
That's so true. Fans feel more included and part of something bigger. It's a clever way to bridge cultural gaps and create a shared experience.
So, it seems like the inclusion of English in K-pop is a strategic move that serves multiple purposes, from appealing to global audiences to enhancing the artist's brand images.
Exactly. K-pop is a brilliant blend of cultural influences, and the strategic use of English plays a crucial role in its success. As we wrap up today's podcast, let's dive into some vocabulary that's commonly used in K-pop songs. These words can help you not only understand the lyrics better but also enhance your English skills.
We'll introduce each word, and we want you to repeat after us. Ready? Let's get started.
Love. Repeat after us. Love. Meaning, a deep affection for someone or something. Example: K-pop songs often express love in many different ways, from sweet to heartbreaking.
Dream. Repeat after us. Dream. Meaning, a cherished aspiration or ambition. Example: many K-pop artists sing about chasing their dreams, inspiring fans to do the same.
Shine. Repeat after us. Shine. Meaning, to emit light or reflect brightness, to excel or stand out. Example: the lyrics encourage listeners to shine brightly in their lives.
Heart. Repeat after us. Heart. Meaning, the organ that pumps blood, also used to refer to emotions or feelings. Example: in many songs, the heart symbolizes love and vulnerability.
Dance. Repeat after us. Dance. Meaning, to move rhythmically to music. Example: K-pop is famous for its catchy dance routines that fans love to mimic.
Fire. Repeat after us. Fire. meaning a state of combustion that produces heat and light, often symbolizes passion. Example: songs often use fire as a metaphor for intense feelings.
Forever. Repeat after us. Forever. Meaning, for all future time, an infinite duration. Example: many lyrics talk about wanting love to last forever.
Star. Repeat after us. Star. Meaning, a celestial body, also refers to someone who is famous or celebrated. Example: being a K-pop star is a dream for many young artists.
Feel. Repeat after us. Feel. Meaning, to perceive or experience an emotion. Example: K-pop music is all about how it makes you feel, whether it's happiness or sadness.
Together. Repeat after us. Together. Meaning, in or into one place, mass, collection, or group, jointly. Example: the theme of being together often appears in K-pop songs, celebrating friendship and unity.
Great job, everyone! Now, remember to listen for these words in your favorite K-pop songs and try using them in your everyday conversations.
And that wraps up our podcast for today. Thank you all for tuning in, and don't forget to practice these vocabulary words. See you next time.
This is the end of today's episode, but remember, learning English doesn't stop here. There's so much more to explore, so make sure to check out our other episodes to keep your English journey going. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and stay updated with our latest lessons. Keep practicing, keep growing, and we'll see you in the next episode. Happy learning!